Hello, my witchlets. We are back for more quarantine kitchen, essentially. So we've got a bunch of stuff sitting here on the table because tonight we're going to make one of my all-time favorite dishes, and all of my Central Pennsylvania peeps represent, whoop whoop, because we are making Pennsylvania Dutch chicken and waffles. That is right, Pennsylvania Dutch chicken and waffles. Not the crap you get anywhere else that's outside of Central Pennsylvania, because that's not chicken and waffles. I don't care, your fried chicken and your waffles and your maple syrup, that's crap. It tastes nasty, it's disgusting, it's not even healthy. So, I mean, not that this is much more healthy, but this is healthier. So we're gonna eat this. This is good. Trust me, you want this in your mouth. So what it is chicken with a chicken gravy over waffles. You've got your sweet from the waffles and you've got your savory with the chicken and the chicken gravy, and it's amazing. In fact, I will tell you this. Here's a free fact from Central Pennsylvania. Milton Hershey, founder of Hershey's Chocolates, was a huge fan of chicken and waffles. He would have it at least once a week. So this recipe has been around for quite a bit, because that was back in the early 20th century, and it was his favorite thing. So he would have it at least once a week. Chicken and waffles, or if you are Pennsylvania Dutch and want to say it properly, chicken and the waffles. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. The chicken is left over, so it's already cooked. Normally you would want to take a whole chicken, or at least your chicken breast or whatever, and boil it with salt, pepper, celery, onion, and carrots, and get it nice and tender and nice and soft and tasty. And then a lot of PA Dutch recipes tell you to discard the vegetables and just use the remaining broth to make your gravy. But my mom thankfully never did that, because my grandmother grew up in the Depression, so you didn't get rid of food. And so we always included the vegetables in from the stock in our chicken and waffles, and it was the best thing ever. So I'm not gonna cook celery and carrots tonight because I already have pre-cooked chicken. I'm just gonna brown it and such. So instead I'm gonna use canned peas and carrots. You can use frozen, you can use fresh, whatever you would like, but this is gonna be my vegetable that goes into my chicken gravy. I've got 4 cups-ish of chicken broth. I've got, this is 1/3 of a cup of water mixed with 4 tablespoons of gluten-free all-purpose flour.
Which you can mix early because it's not got gluten.
Exactly. You can mix it early because it doesn't have gluten. And so this is going to help thicken the broth into the gravy. And of course I've got homemade butter here because that's what we're going to brown up the chicken in and crisp it up in. Hi, Rocky. And so let's go ahead and reframe things and get started. Alrighty, so we are melting our butter. I used enough. We'll just call it that. Basically, you want to use enough that's going to be able to brown the meat, but not be so much that it's gonna, be sucked into the meat or whatever. So, I don't know, I'm just trying to repeat what you said. I got distracted.
Pre-cooked chicken, which will absorb butter.
There we go. It's pre-cooked chicken, which will absorb butter.
So you need to account for that.
Have I mentioned I'm not a chef? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and see this chicken. When we made it, we just kind of boiled it. We didn't really do anything to it. We didn't season it really.
This chicken was roasted. The skin was seasoned.
Right. So I'm gonna use a spicy garlic and Himalayan pink sea salt seasoning to give it a little bit of extra flavor.
Pick up what the butter misses.
Yeah, pick up what the butter misses. And of course pepper, because this is me. I mean, if it wasn't supposed to be a sweet and savory dish, I would totally probably just use the Carolina Reaper garlic sauce from Torchbear's Sauces, because I love that stuff. But mix that around. So the heat is medium. Hopefully that doesn't cause a problem later. The heat is medium-high heat. And we're just gonna let that go, let that brown, and then we are going to move it to another container while we do the gravy. So basically, since this is pre-cooked chicken, we want to heat it through. We want to make sure that it's browned, it's seasoned, so it's got its own flavor. And then we're going to do the gravy, which is going to have its own flavor, and those are going to mesh together because you do it right. That's just how that works. Eat. Okay, so browned meat. Now it's time to do our gravy. So we're going to take our chicken broth here. It's a medium-high flame. On a gas stove, on electric, you want medium-high. It's a little bit more precise. But this is approximately 4 cups of chicken broth. And what we want to do is we want to bring this to a boil, which of course is going to take forever because this is my channel and, you know, that's the exciting content that you come here for. In the meantime, don't let this happen to you. I have a tendency to rest things on my, or in my pots and pans, and I have a gas stove, so the flames like to singe my utensils. Or, hi, brownout. That was fantastic. Or singe my fruit, as it were. Anyway, hi, welcome to California, where we have random brownouts for
no reason.
No reason, really. No reason to have them at all. All right. So if you are cooking your chicken, well, actually, no, it wouldn't even matter, because if you're boiling your chicken with your bay leaf, your celery, onion, and carrots, and you're discarding that for some crazy reason because, I don't know, you live in like a post-depression era or something, post-COVID-19 era, you would just want to bring your chicken stock back to a boil before you add your flour. I really do highly recommend, just as a person who grew up with this, I really do highly recommend that you keep the vegetables, not for any necessary nutritional value, but it tastes better, to be honest, because otherwise all you have is chicken, gravy, and carbs. With the vegetables, you have the added flavor of said vegetables. Again, I'm going to use peas and carrots. When my mother would make this, she would just keep the vegetables that she boiled chicken in. Same with my grandmother. Of course, again, my grandmother, Depression era. My family's very old. Like, and I don't mean that as an insult. I just mean that, you know, my grandmother on my dad's side was born in 1908. And my grandmother on my mom's side was born in 1911? 1913, something like that. She was born at the very onset of like the 20th century, and you know, they had to go through this stuff. So a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch recipes actually do factor in the Depression era in their making. So Pennsylvania Dutch potato salad is also one of my favorite things. As much as I despise potatoes, I wonder if I can make it with turnips, now that I think about it.
Let's do the genuine potato salad first.
I will do the genuine potato salad first.
And thus experiment and watch the epic fail or the epic success. I'm good with that.
Okay, fine. So Pennsylvania Dutch potato salad is very similar to German potato salad, except that it's not served hot. Pennsylvania Dutch potato salad is actually served cold, and the dressing is called sweet and sour. So when I moved to California in 2003, to me, sweet and sour was a combination of, hi Rocky, was a combination of sugar and distilled white vinegar. Which probably sounds disgusting to other people, but to me it was this really great tang, sweet type flavor. We would do it with, if you mix sugar with distilled vinegar and then put cabbage into it, it's this amazing dish that, it's just, I don't know. I really like it. But that was like a lot of the flavoring of Pennsylvania Dutch dishes. So we would have our potato salad and our macaroni salad was based in this like 1/3 cup sugar to 1/3 cup distilled white vinegar. And then you would add mustard, maybe a little mayonnaise just for consistency's sake, hard-boiled eggs, celery seed, and I don't remember what else.
Mustard.
I already said mustard. There was something else that was in there, but you mix all of this together and it makes this really amazing sauce that you can pour over your macaroni or your potatoes, and it was just this amazing. We had celery and carrots, of course, because that's, you know, celery and carrots. It's what you make things with. Anyway, back to this dish. So my chicken broth is boiling here, so I'm going to go ahead and spoon in my pre-made gluten-free thickener here. Which, if you decide that you want to do this with like regular flour and not gluten-free flour, you don't want to pre-make this. The gluten will start to activate and bad things will happen. So then what we do is we just kind of whisk this, and you want to get the lumps out of it as best you can, because nobody likes lumpy gravy. Lumpy gravy is just bad. It's really bad. Nobody likes lumpy gravy. Do you like lumpy gravy, cameraman Ken?
I like gravy.
You like gravy.
I'm not particular.
So cameraman Ken can't taste anything?
I can taste, I can't smell. Come on.
Cameraman Ken can't smell anything, so he relies on flavor. Texture does not bother him.
Nope.
On the other hand, texture bothers me a lot. And I don't like lumpy gravy. I don't even like eggplant because of the texture.
I love baba ganoush.
I really want to. I want to love eggplant. But what was it that I told you? If I ever want to buy an eggplant, punch me in the face, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were very adamant about it, actually.
If I ever walk up to an eggplant and say, oh, I can make eggplant parmesan with this, punch me in the face, because I'm not going to eat it. I just don't like eggplant. I don't like the texture. The flavor's fine. I just don't like the texture. Can't get past that texture. So this might take a bit. So you're going to get like a lot of filler here.
Filler fun.
Filler fun. I would fast forward this. I would fast forward this, but I don't know how to do that in my software editing. So I'm just going to pause the video. Alright, most of the lumps are out of this, and that's important because I'm about to add the peas and carrots and the pepper and everything that goes with it. However, cameraman Ken said that I should mention my shirt. That clearly says Tesla on it. It has nothing to do with Elon Musk, to my knowledge. If that is, incorrect, please, by all means, share this train wreck of a video with Elon Musk and, ask him directly about it. To my knowledge, though, he's not associated with this. This shirt is actually a UPF 50 plus sunblock shirt because my autoimmune disorder du jour is lupus, and sun is bad. Of course, I'm also a redhead, so sun is bad anyway. And this shirt keeps me from getting the level 9,000 sunburns that I'm used to getting every summer since I moved to California in 2003. Every summer. Even with Banana Boat, SPF 90. They gave me a refund. Anyway, I just added the peas and carrots. And you saw pepper. I think I need more pepper, though. Let's add some more pepper. And I just realized that's going to be really stinking hot when I go to pick it up. Because I am a smart person. Yeah. Okay. So, with Pennsylvania Dutch cooking, you don't necessarily follow a recipe. This is literally a follow your heart kind of a thing. And do what is comfortable for you. In my personal experience and life and such, Pennsylvania Dutch food is the ultimate comfort food. I mean, obviously, I grew up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I worked in Hershey, which is not an actual place, by the way. Leave a comment and find out why. But this is the food that I grew up with. It's an amalgamation of German food with New World food, what was available to the farmers who came and settled in the Pennsylvania area in the 1700s. My mom's side of the family, I said my family was very old because my grandparents were, World War I era people. However, my family is very old in that my mom's side of the family pretty much established Pennsylvania. They were here when William Penn, I'm in California now. They were there when William Penn ran the distance to establish the borders of Pennsylvania. They helped form what is now the complete state of Pennsylvania. And it's very interesting, personal history and such. But these dishes mean a lot to me, and really, I don't know, people from Pennsylvania, when you say, I'm going to have chicken and waffles, they know what you're talking about, and they're like, oh, chicken and waffles. And, it's seriously, pardon the expression, it's an orgasm in your mouth just to hear the phrase chicken and waffles. Pennsylvania Dutch chicken and waffles. So when I went to college in Wisconsin, I met the harsh reality that nowhere else in the world does chicken and waffles mean chicken and waffles. So at this point, I'm going to add the chicken back to my gravy because it needs to be coated in the loveliness that is this gravy. And we never did start the toaster oven for the waffles that I actually had pre-made because I bake this dish from time to time, and we just save the leftover waffles for future chicken and waffles.
Well, when this is done, we can do that.
That is true.
And put the two together.
It will give the gravy time to set up because gluten-free gravy actually needs to cool off before it thickens like a regular gravy. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. This is about where... So the way this looks right now is how you want a gluten-free gravy to look. You're going to turn it off, you're going to let it cool, it'll thicken up. You'll see when we come back and plate everything. Okay, it is time to plate everything. These waffles are actually leftover waffles, which is why I didn't show how to make them on the video. We've had these in the refrigerator for about a month, I think. Maybe a little longer. I don't know. If you put them into a freezer-safe plastic bag and seal it, get all the air out, seal it, they'll last for a while in the freezer, and then you can either toast them if your toaster is big enough. Mine is not. Or you can put them in the toaster oven, which is what we did for, what was it, cameraman? 15 minutes?
Something like that.
Something like that. So they were pretty frozen when we put them in there. So, but these are a very critical success, as they are D20s, which reminds me to tell you about the other channel that I have called Improved Initiative. And that's where we talk about using games such as Minecraft or World of Warcraft, City of Heroes Homecoming, Dungeons and Dragons, etc., to improve your personal skills as well as enhancing your business acumen. So do check that out. It's a new channel for me. I'm working through that. My dissertation is actually on using Dungeons and Dragons for training purposes. I just got feedback literally today that I have to redo everything because of COVID-19 and having to stay away from people. So it's going to be an interesting adventure. Do check it out. There won't be as much ranting on that one. It's actually scripted, so you might actually get content that's valuable. So anyway, make this a critical success by putting about, I think this is a half cup ladle, onto your waffle and enjoying your success. If you like what you saw here today, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like what you see here today, give me a thumbs down. Whatever floats your boat. You do you, boo. Just leave me a comment. Let me know what I could do better. Let me know what you want to see. Give me some feedback. You can also hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell because there are more videos of this is what we're doing with leftovers during quarantine that you don't want to miss. So, check me out. Also head over to my Patreon, www.patreon.com/KWOS, and that will even give you more information on what's going on. My website, http kwos.food.blog. Sorry, it's a weird address. Head there, and there's actually other information there about different and sundry things. You never know what you're going to find out. So just keep all that in mind, and we'll see you next time.